In this video I will shed some light on some of the questionable methods, views and tricks Takethis is using with examples from their own papers. It is explicitly allowed to count how many of them they are using. So let's begin. Who is Takethis? In short, this organization works for Homeland Security and is specialized in mental health in gaming. Takethis says about themselves, it takes a, quote, evidence-based approach regarding mental health content. But how far does the extension of the term mental health content spread? How much of it is actually evidence-based? In the same text, Takethis says that it, quote, honors intersectional experiences. What about the other experiences? Are they not honored? What about the intersectional experiences? Why are they highlighted? However, for me, this is the first hint that Takethis is using a critical race approach, which I personally don't like at all and prefer the colorblind approach. But that would be a topic of another video. Okay, let's dig deeper. This is table 1 from Empowering the Gaming Industry. It is all highly subjective and describes what certain people feel or what they think. So let's see who was actually chosen to partake, for example. Who participated in the study? Silver String Media, for example. And we all know who was directly involved in Silver String Media. So the partakers of this specific study might not be quite representative for the gaming industry as a whole. And they didn't have moderation company, so they didn't have the tools to handle what could be an influx of people coming in to attack. So instead of challenging it head on, they avoided it. And by doing that, though, they created this kind of safe space for pro-Gamergate folks to go and talk in private groups that were unmoderated because they weren't a part of the public forums. And they were never dealt with. They were never given consequences. They were never banned. And thankfully, over the years, that became something that Studio actively challenged. Yeah, what a nice plea for freedom of speech. Takethis just cites it without any contrary commentary. They were never dealt with because they talked in unmoderated groups. Shivers down my spine. They need someone to hold their hands because we and they are the only adult people that can discern right from wrong. Yes, this is basically what Takethis is likely thinking, and never were they dealt with. What does this plead for? A ban? A deletion of groups, of members? That's part of cancel culture, isn't it? And just because they took positions or had views which were unwanted. It is part of the latest harassment campaign, and it is aimed at Sweet Baby Inc. So Chris Kindred did not try to cancel Cabruto's Steam account, right? Just for putting up a list of games he personally did not recommend. And those are the tolerant ones that want inclusion. Extremely one-sided take of Takethis and linking a Kotaku article from Elisa Mercante, who said you cannot be racist against white people, as proof for the harassment campaign against Sweet Baby Inc. I personally see multiple flaws here. Extremely bad take. Let's just go over to the paper Extremism in Gaming. Already at the definitions you can see where the bias might lean towards, where the trip might be going. Misogyny is a form of sexism that is aimed to keep women at a lower social status than men, to maintain the societal role of patriarchy. So always when women have a lower social status, it is because of misogyny and not because they have other interests. A very feminist take, and even goes beyond that. Social exclusion is also viewed as a form of misogyny. So if my custodies are all men, that is not okay. There have to be females around them, but not the other way around. Of course, all combines with the word patriarchy. Don't you understand it, Takethis? You are the ones who exclude many male gamers, and they react to their exclusion if they don't agree to all the quote inclusive takes out there. Gamers were always inclusive, and games are for everyone that actually likes games. And those mobilize new members to violence. Where do you got that growing evidence from? How many gamer terrorist groups are out there? They must be worse than Al-Qaeda. Where do you got that model from regarding gaming? Was that from a Serbian study that did not even mention the words gamer or gaming? Yes, I actually looked it up. It is about Serbia. So you are completely missing the point here. You cannot just transfer some random Serbian study to the gaming industry as a whole. Or was it a self-citation from Rachel Coward, which sounds awkwardly like coward? This information is correct because I say so right here in the other paper. Next take. Accept that it means the world to see yourself in the media you consume. I am not a narcissistic person, and when I play as an orc or as a high elf, I don't freaking want to see myself in the media I consume. Okay, last one for now. Trolling is considered harassment now. You have a very broad definition of harassment. Does that not make hard harassment like sexual harassment on the street or doxing look harmless in comparison if the same word is used for both? By the way, you should learn some gamer culture. Gamers are not a stiff insurance company walking on eggshells. That is what overly political correctness is. It is just blatant boring. You party lions. And all these are just a few examples. And Takethis is not the only organization that has positions like those.